are you? I hope you all are doing well. So children, what do you know about science? For me, science means a study of everything around us. Be it plants, be it animals, be it us humans, be it about the stars, about sky, weather, air, everything is science, isn't it? So let's start by talking about plants around us. Okay? So children, we plan to look at the different types of plants, where do plants grow, how do plants grow, and parts of a plant in this chapter. Okay? Now, let's relate this and look at this conversation, okay, and listen to them. Mansi says, our height increases while we grow, but some plants remain short in height while they grow up. Can you tell me why does this happen? So, she is asking this question to Abhinav. Okay, now Abhinav is saying that it is a very good question. Mansi, there are two types of plants, small plants and big plants. Small plants such as tulsi, mint, etc., they remain short in height. On the other hand, the height of big plants such as mango increases as it grows. So, naturally, the plants are created in such a manner that they are small and then they are big. Okay? So, there is a difference between small plants and big plants. Okay? Now, what are these big plants? What do we term these big plants? We call them as trees. Small plants are also divided as shrubs, as herbs, so different things. So, let's look at it as we go ahead. Now, plants are living things. We all know that they are living organisms. They also need food and air and water to survive, isn't it? The world around us is full of different and beautiful plants. They are of different shapes and sizes. Some are very big while others are small. Some plants grow on land and some grow in water. So, let's learn about different types of plants. Okay? So, children, you must have seen around you that there is variety of plants all around us, isn't it? Some are big, some are small, some are broad, some are narrow, okay? Some are climbers, some are creepers, okay? Now, so let's talk about the different types of plants, okay? Let's talk about trees first. Big, tall and strong plants, they are called trees. They have a hard and thick stem called trunk. They have many branches and deep roots into the soil. Trees live for many years. So, what are trees? Trees are big, tall and strong plants. Okay? So, if you must have observed a tree, it has a hard and thick stem. Okay? The stem is hard, woody. Okay? And then there are branches and then there are roots. Where are the roots? They are down under the soil, deep down, okay? And that's how they start spreading from down only and they hold the tree firmly to the soil. And as we all know, trees live for many years. So, different types of trees include neem tree, banyan tree, coconut tree and mango tree. These are some examples of trees. Now, let's look at this fact check. The largest banyan tree in the world is the Great Banyan Tree in the Botanical Gardens in Kolkata. Okay, it is the largest banyan tree. Okay, in Singapore, the Rainbow Gum Tree can be found at Katong Park. It is a heritage tree. Some trees are green whole year. They are called evergreen trees. So, sometimes you see children, the trees, the color of the trees changes as per the season, okay? But there are certain trees whose color does not change and they stay green throughout the year. So, these are known as the evergreen trees. Now, let's talk about shrubs. Shrubs are smaller than trees. They have thin, brown, woody stem that grows in the ground. They are also called bushes. Shrubs live only for few years. Okay, now, what are shrubs? They are smaller trees, okay? They are small in size, but their characteristic involves that they have thin, brown, woody stem, okay? And that grows in the ground. So they are also called as bushes. And now these shrubs, they generally live only for few years. Okay. So different types of shrubs include the rose, jasmine, hibiscus, cotton. So if you look at these plants, if they are in your park, okay, in your society park, or maybe in the park that where you go to play, you'll see these trees there that are there. Okay, these are the small trees or the shrubs which we call. So if you look at them, look at this rose plant for example, you'll see, observe that the stem is green from outside, but inside it's woody. Okay, it is very strong. Okay, and it is quite hard also. All right. So this is the difference of rose, okay, or a shrub. Now let's talk about herbs. What are herbs? Okay, herbs are very small and seasonal plants. They have thin and soft stems. They do not grow very high above the ground. Herbs live for only one season, for around 3 to 4 months. So what are herbs? Like shrubs are also small, herbs are also small. Shrubs have that woody stem, okay, and they are hard, whereas for herbs, the stem which is there, it is quite thin, it is quite delicate, okay, soft, and it is green in color. Okay, now they have soft, thin stems. Now the difference with the shrubs, they can live for around a year or two or some few years, but the herbs, they are only seasonal. As the season changes, they die down and then they come up again. Okay. Now fact check. We get most of our vegetables from herbs. Spinach, coriander, mint, aloe vera, these are all different types of herbs. Okay, and you must have seen that most of these vegetables are used in your day-to-day cooking by your mom. Okay. Now let's talk about climbers. What are climbers? They are the plants with weak stems. Their stems are weak. They can't stand straight. They climb on other plants, a stick, or along the walls for support. So especially, okay, if you look at a money plant for example, if you have a money plant at home, you must have seen that your mom must have put a stick in between in the pot, and then she must have twirled the money plant around it. That's because the stem of the money plant is really very thin and weak, and it cannot grow, or it cannot stand straight if it does not have a support. It will automatically start taking support of the wall, or maybe of the other trees which are around them, or other plants which are around, and then it will start growing upwards. Okay. Now the examples also include pea plant, grapevine, money plant, and morning glory. Now let's talk about creepers. What do you understand by the word creepers? Creep. To creep means to grow along the ground. So creepers are the weak plants that grow along the ground. They have weak and thin stems, and they usually bear large and heavy fruits. So now example, watermelon, bottle gourd, pumpkin, muskmelon. So if you look at these creepers, they look very timid, they look very weak, they look very thin, okay, but the fruit that they give is really heavy and large, like the pumpkin or the watermelon. You must have always seen them, that it's really large and heavy, isn't it? Okay. Now let's talk about aquatic plants. Aquatic plants grow and live in water. Okay, they are water plants. For example, water lily, water hyacinth, lotus, and seaweeds. They are all what? They are aquatic plants. They grow in water. Let's do a fact check. Weeds are the unwanted plants, and they can grow anywhere. They grow fast and take the place of other plants. So that is the reason why when you see weeds in the plants that you have planted at home in your pot, you must get rid of them immediately. Otherwise, they will kill the main plant and take over. Okay? They can grow anywhere. They are the unwanted parts. Right. Now let's talk about thorny plants. So you must have observed that there are some plants which have thorns on them and they prick you. So thorny plants have thorns on their stem. Thorns protect the plants from being eaten by animals. okay, and they have short and thick stems. For example, lemon, rose, cactus, acacia, okay. Now, let me tell you, where do these plants grow? We know that some plants grow in cold areas and some plants grow in hot places. So, most land plants, they grow in plains. Plains is the plain areas, okay. Now, plains, there are plateaus, there are mountains. So, most of the plants, they grow in plains, okay. Fact check, some plants have evolved leaves, stings or poison to protect themselves from being eaten by animals. So, just like a rose plant has thorns, okay, some plants have evolved leaves, okay, their leaves are poisonous, they can sting or it can poison the others when somebody consumes that plant or goes near that plant, okay, it can be dangerous and poisonous, okay. Now, land plants like aloe vera and cactus, they grow in hot places like deserts. Deserts have shortage of water. Cactus have long roots that go deep into the soil in search of water. So, the plants like cactus and aloe vera, you will generally find them in the desert areas. And what happens is their roots are so deep down, so they go deep down into the soil, and that's where they get their water from. And this water, look at the shape of this cactus plant, okay. They also have spines on them. So, this water is stored inside those leaves in the spines, okay, and that's how the plant survives in the scorching heat in the deserts, okay. Now, plants like pine trees grow in cold places like mountain tops. They are called conifers because they have pine cones, okay. Now, if you look at the pine trees, look at the shape of it, it is conical in shape, they are called conifers also. This is because, and generally you find them in the mountain areas and all, this is because when the snow falls or it rains a lot, the snow or the water, it can glide down and not settle on the leaves itself, okay. It starts gliding down and falling down on the soil, okay. Now, let's act on, match the following columns, okay. What is a jasmine? Jasmine is a shrub. Pumpkin, creeper, okay. Aloe vera, desert plant. Lemon, thorny plant. Water lily, it's an aquatic plant. And mint is a herb, alright. So, children, now let's talk about how do plants grow. All plants we know need air, water, sunlight and soil to live and grow. So, we sow seed into the soil. So, inside the soil we put some seeds, and then slowly and steadily the process of germination starts. The seed, sapling and mature plant are the three stages of growth of a plant. The stages of growth of a seed to a plant is called germination, okay. So, the different stages right from the seed till a fully grown plant is known as the entire process is known as the germination of a seed, okay. The period of life of a plant till its death is called its life span, okay. Right from the time it is sown and slowly it starts growing till it dies, it's known as the lifespan of a plant. So, it's from the seed, it gets converted to a sapling, and from sapling to a mature plant, okay. So, children, do sow a seed and see the process of germination and see how the plant grows from a seed into a mature plant. It's fun to watch it. Alright, now let's talk about the different parts of a plant. Let us study different parts of a plant and their functions. Okay, now let's talk about the first one, which is the flowers. Okay, they are the colorful and scented part. Okay, flowers become fruits after a period of time. So, sometimes you'll see that the flowers, they change into fruits. Okay, leaves prepare food for the plant. They help the plant to breathe. Okay, then fruit is the fleshy part of the plant. Fruits have seeds inside them, and seeds give rise to new plants. Okay, then stem. What holds the plant upright? It is the stem. It carries food and water to all the other parts of the plant. Roots, they hold the plant firmly in the soil. They spread out in the soil and take water and mineral from it for the growth of the plant. So, what happens is when we water the plant, okay, we put the water inside the soil, okay. Along with the soil, they also get certain types of minerals in them. So, this water and mineral is transported into the different parts of the plant from the soil through the stem. From roots, it goes into the stem and into the different parts of the plant, okay, and that's when the plant survives. All right. So, all these different parts of the plant are very important overall. Okay, just like we have different body parts which help us to function well, in a similar manner even the plants have the same thing. Okay, now explore around. Plants are living beings. Let's adopt a plant growing in your neighborhood. Water it every day, also care for it. You will observe that your love and care will make your plant look beautiful. So, if you cannot keep a plant at home, why not take care of some other plant, okay, which is there in the neighborhood? Try doing that, children. All right, water it, take good care of it and see how it will grow and it will blossom. Okay, now let's run through the chapter. Let's look at the gist of the chapter. Trees, shrubs, herbs, creepers, climbers, aquatic and thorny plants, they are some different types of plants. Plants can grow on land, in water, in desert and on mountains. A seed grows into a seedling, which further grows into a plant. The period of life of a plant till its death is called its lifespan. Root, stem, leaves, fruits and flowers are the different parts of a plant. Okay. So, children, let's look at the term bag now. Trees. What are trees? They are big and strong plants. Botanical garden is a place where plants are grown for scientific study and displayed to the public. So, they are grown, actually they are planted there, they are grown there to do some study and research about them, and then they are also kept for public viewing. Okay. Seasonal means related to a particular season of the year. Climbers, they are the plants that need support to stand upright. Creepers, they are the plants that grow along the ground. Thorny plants. What are thorny plants? They are the plants that bear thorns on their body. Plains, they are a large flat area with trees. All right. Now, let's evaluate you guys through this time to evaluate section. Okay. Take the correct option. Coconut, banyan and mango tree are examples of herbs, trees or shrubs. They are big, tall, strong. They are trees. Okay. Dash is a shrub. Rose, pumpkin or lotus, it's a rose. Which of the following lives for one season? Trees, shrubs or herbs? It is herbs. Muskmelon is a type of climber, creeper or thorny plant. It is a creeper. We sow dash into the soil. Sapling, plant or seed, we sow seed. Dash is the fleshy part of the plant. Fruit, flower or leaf, it is the fruit. Now, we already know the different parts. You have to label the given diagram. Okay. Next, fill in the blanks with the correct word. Dash have a hard and thick stem called trunk. Trees. Shrubs are also called bushes. Herbs live only for one season. Money plant is a climber. Okay, now write T for true and F for false statements. Cactus has thorns present on its body. It is true. They are called spines. Rose plant is a big plant. Is it true or false? It is false. It's a small plant. Okay. Money plant is a creeper. It's false. It's a climber. Pumpkin is a climber plant. No, it's a creeper plant. It creeps along the ground. So, it's false. Now, complete the words. The colorful and scented part of a plant is known as a flower. F-L-O-W-E-R. The fleshy part of a plant is known as the fruit, F-R-U-I-T. The hard part of a plant is known as the stem, S-T-E-M. They make food for the plant. What is it? Leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. They hold the plant firmly in the soil. It's the roots, R-O-O-T-S. Alright, now answer the following questions. What are trees? Why are some trees called evergreen trees? What are trees? They are big, tall and strong plants, and some trees are called evergreen because they do not change color during the year and they stay green throughout the year. What is the difference between the following? A herb and a shrub. A herb is small and has weak stems. Okay, it is seasonal. Shrub is small but has hard stems and it can stay for years. Okay, a creeper and a climber. A creeper is a plant that creeps along the ground, whereas a climber is a plant that takes support of other plant or wall, or it takes support of a stick to climb up, okay, or to grow. Which type of plants are cactus and water lily, and where do they grow? They are thorny plants, okay, and cactus grows in the desert area, whereas water lily grows in water. Okay, how do plants grow? Plants grow with the help of soil and water. Okay, define germination. Germination is the process of a growth of a seed till a fully mature plant. Okay, lifespan is the life of a plant right from its from the time we sow the seed till it turns into a mature plant. And conifers are the mountain trees, okay, that grow in the shape of cones. Okay, now write one function of different parts of a plant. Like fruits, they are the fleshy part of the plant, okay, and they have seeds inside them. Now from these seeds they give rise to another plant. Okay, then flowers. What are these flowers? They are the colorful part of it and they are scented, and then they turn into fruits over time. Okay, so now we know about the different parts. So you have to write about them in detail in your answer. Alright, now let's move on to the fun zone. Color different types of leaves. Okay, put them between the pages of your old notebooks. After the leaves have dried, paste them in your scrapbook. Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to collect different types of leaves. So once you collect them, go to the park and all, you don't need to pluck them. Okay, you'll find these leaves which are fallen on the ground. Pick them up, get them home, keep them in your old notebooks. You will see after a period of time they will start drying up. Once they dry up, you can color them, okay, and then you can paste them in your scrapbook and see such beautiful designs they make. Alright, now grow your own garden. What do you need? You need seeds of mustard or coriander, 2 or 3 paper cups and soil. Method: you have to take some mustard or coriander seeds and some soil in paper cups. Plant the seeds in the soil. Plant about 4 or 5 seeds in each paper cup. You may take help from an adult. Sprinkle water on the soil and place the cups near a window to get sunlight. After a few days, you will observe small plants in the paper cups. So try doing this experiment, children. You will see that how the seeds germinate and grow into a plant. Alright? Now, life skills and values. Growing plants is very good for environment. Plant as many trees as you can. We can take care of the plants by watering them, never plucking any of their parts, and not dirtying the soil. Okay, so do take good care of the environment, because the more plants you plant, the more cleaner the air that we breathe. Okay, now hustle and bustle, leaf painting. So the aim is to make leaf painting. What is the procedure? You have to collect some leaves from the garden, mix watercolor on a glass lid. Press a leaf on the color. Now press down on the leaf, okay, press down the leaf on a paper. your leaf painting is ready. Hang the painting on the wall of your drawing room. So take leaves, collect them, okay, put paint and then start pressing them on a paper and see how different variety of designs come, and it's such a beautiful painting that you can make. Alright, so children, but before you do this activity, you need to reread the chapter, complete all the exercises and then get on to your activities. Alright children, get going.